All right, so I've seen a lot of people talking about the inactivity era in the UFC, and I just wanted to talk about it because a lot of people, like everyone's blaming it on the champs, and I'm not saying the champs aren't at fault, but like, bro, it's clearly just it's other people as well, like the contenders, like Dana White, Dana White specifically. I'll get onto that in a second, but let me know what you think about this, the UFC activity inactivity era. And while you're down there, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe. We're close to 120 subs. Anyway, to start off, obviously, like the main reason for the inactivity era is the champions, but I think it's a difficult one because, for example, like Islam, he doesn't fight during certain months because of like religious reasons. Even though he can, like, I'm not saying he's like, completely exempt from fighting, like, three times a year because he's like Muslim. I'm just saying, like, there is certain times of the month where you can't fight. I mean, in the year, which obviously is one reason, but I don't think it's a good reason because people like Bilal are willing to fight. But also another thing is some champions they just don't want to fight, and I have no idea why. And which kind of sucks as well because I think there's people like Leon Edwards, Ilya Taporia right now who just they don't want to fight the contenders, and I don't know why. Which is a big reason, but another bigger reason is the contenders themselves. The contenders right now are in such a weird place that we can see at flyweight, like Steve Usyk just got a title shot because the thing is, a lot of the people in the top five they don't even deserve title shots. Like they're all like they're in like weird places. Like for example, like Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez, and featherweight specifically. Like Yair just got beat by Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega he got beat like you know he got 10-8. He got like 10-8 by Yair. He did win, but like that's not a great performance that you should be like getting a title shot off of because he also did just come off a title shot before that, and he lost to Volkanovski pretty badly. But like what I mean, like it's just that Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez, he's not very deserving. Max Holloway, he moved up a division. He's obviously gonna get a title shot now, but like the contenders now are like they don't really do enough to deserve a title shot, but they all think that they deserve a title shot. Like it's almost every division is like this. Like for example, I think the best one is what was I gonna say? Lightweight. All these guys think they deserve a title shot. Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, and Dustin Poirier. Even though they're all coming off pretty bad losses, and like even Dustin Poirier, they just gave this guy a title shot just because he's been in the business for a long time. He beat Benoit Saint Denis. All right, like this, I don't know. Um, but at the same time, who else are they going to give it to? They don't want to give it to anyone outside the top five because otherwise people are going to complain. Oh, he's too low. He didn't beat Dustin Poirier. He didn't beat this guy. But then who else are you going to give it to? Like that's the issue. Like I think it's fine. Like I think it is fine to do that. Like what they did with Steve Usyk and Ilya Taporia, where they just put these guys into a you know title shot picture without them having to beat the top guys unless they need to. Like, but when you have an undefeated guy like Ilya Taporia or like Steve Usyk, even though Steve Usyk is undefeated, but he has one loss and he went on a good run in the UFC. Like, I don't think they should have to fight like these many people without getting a title shot. Like, even though people are gonna disagree, but who cares? But like, it's otherwise we're just gonna keep getting these like weird rematches or like fights that nobody cares about. Like, I think a good one with the contenders is like I think this is never mind. This isn't with the contenders. That's with Dana White, but um like it just happens a lot. For example, like Cyril Gahn, Cyril Gahn and Brian Ortega. That's what I was gonna go into. These guys are ego maxing, bro. They're ego maxing. They're trying to wait for a title shot to come to them. They're gonna beat some silly contender, bro. Like Cyril Gahn, but he beat Sergey Spivak. Who cares? Like this is not a title shot, contender. Um, like get a title shot of Sergey Spivak and the who did Usyk beat? Matt Schnell. Like these are like great people like to get a title shot off of. But like at the same time, who else is there? Like there's not really that many other contenders in these divisions. Not a heavyweight though. Curtis Blades the GOAT. He's gonna beat Tom Aspinall. He's gonna beat John Jones. But um, the main point I wanted to get onto is Dana White. Dana White is definitely responsible, and Dana White. A lot of people do, I guess, criticize this guy, even though I don't know why. He's a great like what's the word? Like a boss, I guess. I wasn't thinking of that word, but Like, bro, the guy makes a ton of money. He's always working. He's great, but he is definitely responsible for this when you really look at it. For example, I think the best one is at welterweight with Bilal Muhammad and Leon Edwards. Dana White clearly just hates Bilal Muhammad. Like, I don't. A lot of people were blaming Leon Edwards for ducking Bilal, even though it doesn't even make any sense. Why would he duck Bilal? Like, bro, just ducking Bilal, bro. Oh my god, bro. What are you gonna be scared of? A bloody decision, bro. Like, anyway, like, bro. A lot of people are saying Leon Edwards is ducking Bilal, even though I don't know why. He already, like, bro. You can argue all that you want. That fight could have gone anyway. Just wouldn't have. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's just people are so delusional when they say Bilal like could have won that first fight. Like, he was losing at least 2 rounds. Like, even though the second round was not that long, but like, come on, bro. Like, what would have Bilal done? Knocked him out, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. But uh, yeah, Bilal, he's hated by Dana White. Like, you can't even say that. This guy gave like he pulled up his phone and gave 5 dates, 5 options for Dana White, and he didn't pick any of them, bro. Like, you know, the Manchester fight is about to happen. Nobody even cares, bro. Like, people are putting like Bilal and Leon on the co-main event. Like, that is insane. Like, co-main event, and the person above you is an interim champ, Tom Aspinall. Like, come on, bro. It's just so stupid. But Dana White just is not giving Bilal a title shot, and he does this with quite a lot of fighters. But well, not that many, but you know, like like I think it was the UFC 300. Leon Edwards was given 3 opponents. He accepted all of them. Not even a single one was Bilal, which is insane. That was 3 fights, and those guys were Leon, not Leon. Leon was gonna fight Islam, Chimaev, or Shavkat. That is actually insane. Not even one of those guys was Bilal. I'm surprised they didn't even give him like. I think they'll give Gilbert Burns a title shot at this point before Bilal. Like, genuinely, Dana just I don't know. The thing is, Dana, he has too much. Like, this is a good thing, but he has too much respect for these fighters. Like, I think some fighters you just need to force them to fight, and they'll fight. Like Ilya, like people can say all they want that Ilya doesn't want to fight Max, or you know Leon doesn't want to fight Bilal, or you know whatever, right? They don't really have a choice. They're fighters. They're not like, you know, they're not their own promoter. Dana White is the promoter. Like, they shouldn't. They should have a choice, but they don't really have to. Wait, no, that's actually crazy. No, they should have a choice, but if they don't want to fight, like, that's not something you should just let them do, right? They need to get stripped from their belt if they don't fight like contenders, because like, you just look at Leon Edwards, you look at all these people, like, they're just not fighting at all. And Dana White clearly has the power to give these guys fights, or not give these guys fights, make them fight, because look at the Volkov and Pavlovich situation. Neither of them wanted to fight each other. They both have to fight each other regardless. Like, they don't have a choice, because they'll just have to fight. And I think a lot of these fighters would just fight if they were given fights, like regardless of what they wanted. Like Ilya, for example. Like, if Ilya and Max happened, like Ilya said he doesn't. Well, no, I don't think he didn't want to fight Max, but like, say Ilya didn't want to fight Max, and he did say this, like, he was like, no, I'm not fighting Max. He doesn't have a choice, bro. Max is like the #1 contender right now. What option does he get where he's going to pick and choose his fights? Like, he can't do that. He gets what he's given. Like, that's I don't know. Like, it sounds wrong, but like, it's just true. Like, they get what they're given. You have to fight whoever's in front of you, the top guy. You don't have a choice. You're the champion. You can't just pick and choose your fights. And Dana White can force them into fighting these people, but for some reason he's not. He's just allowing these fighters to defend their belt once a year, which is just ridiculous, by the way. Like, I don't understand how you can do that. It's just holding up the division. Like, they're just letting John Jones, he can just sit out for as long as he wants. Leon Edwards, he's doing God knows what, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This guy's doing nothing. Like, even though he accepted UFC 300, like, they are just not giving this guy any good fights. I mean, they're just not making him fight. Same with, I think, Ilya is, again, like, Ilya is coming off a lot, but, like, bro, this guy is, he knocked out Volkanovski in round 1. And, you know, like, not round 1, round 2. Like, he beat Volkanovski really easily, and he just doesn't want to fight anyone. Like, what is going on? Anyway, that's gonna be it. I think there's more I want to say, but I don't really know exactly how to put it. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I don't think any fights got announced. Black Ops 6 looks like it's coming soon. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. All right.